So guys, today we are going to look at how to cut this sleeve in a best simplest way possible. So please go ahead and subscribe if you've not subscribed yet. Share the link, share the YouTube channel with everyone so that they don't miss a thing. And to my hustlers in UAE, please, thank you for hustling. Please, I want you to go back home with a skill. Just don't sit down, watch YouTube videos and you go back home with nothing. So let's get started. First of all, what you have to know is to know the parts of the arm. So I have a simple demonstration here. The most important parts to know here are the armhole. This part here, this is the armhole. You have to know the bicep of your arm. The bicep is the biggest part of the arm, and then the elbow and the wrist. So this is it. And so what you have to do is to fold your pattern paper into two like this. This is going to be the simplest tutorial of cutting the armhole. So you fold it like that. So what you have to do next, you measurements of your armhole. To get the simplest way of getting it, you get your bust, your chest measurement, you divide them by 6, and then the answer you get, you add 1.5 inches. So because this is a small paper, I'm going to be using a different measurements, but the process is almost the same. Is the same, not almost. The process is the same. So you get the measurements of this, your measurement of the bicep measurement, the elbow, and then the wrist measurement. But sometimes you can ignore this, it depends. But if you want something accurate, you measure these. I want perfect things, so that's why I take all those measurements. So you begin by marking 5 inches. 5 inches. This is standard, but I'm using a small paper, so I'm going to be using 2 inches. This is standard, you use 5 inches. So for me, I'm going to take 2 inches. And then what you have to do is to just see that. So you make a curve. I said this is going to be the simplest. And then after, to get the accurate armhole, what you get, you use your tape measure and mark it. You just mark it, measure it like this, so whatever you get, you mark it. So I'm going to take 5 as my armhole. Remember, this is the front part we are cutting. You're going to see the difference, so be keen to follow along. And then you come and, after taking the wrist, the bicep measurement, you come and, after taking the bicep measurement, you come and measure the length of where this bicep sits. So from the armhole, you can take this. For me, I'm going to take 2, but you take what you get, and then you come and mark what you get. So what you get here, you measure the bicep, you divide it by 2 because this is folded. So we are cutting one side and then this side. So we are cutting it at once. So whatever you get, you divide it by 2, and this by 2 and the rest by 2. So I'm going to take this as my bicep. I've marked it, and then I come to the elbow. You take the length of the elbow. You can either measure from this up to this or from up to this, whatever you want. It acts whatever you want, it's okay. So I'm going to take 4, and then I take my wrist. Hope you're following, like this. So all I have to do here is whatever I got for my elbow, I'm going to mark it. So I'm going to take 3.5 here after dividing what I got, 3.5, and then I'm going to come to my wrist. I'm going to take 3. I'm going to take I'm going to take 3, like this. You see that? So all you have to do is, after getting this line, this is the length. This is the length of the sleeve. So you add 1 inch or 1.5 inches. It depends on what you want. It depends on what you want, on how much you want to fold, to hem. You see that? So that's what we have. And so another thing, because this is the front, and the front side of the sleeve is different from is slightly different from the back. So what you have to do, you come here and take 1 inch or 1.5 inches, but you take 1.5 inches, but some people take 1 inch. It depends on what you want. So I'm going to just take 1 centimeter, because this is a small paper. 1 centimeter. So I'm going to blend it like this. You just blend it just like that. So when it comes to cutting, when you're cutting, we first cut the outer line. We are going to cut on the inside line that we created after, but we are only cutting on the front part of the sleeve. We are leaving this as the way it is. That's how it should be. So I hope you learned something from this. Please, if you like this video, go ahead and give it a thumbs up and leave me a comment below. Tell me what you want to see next, and yeah, I appreciate it. Please, so don't forget to subscribe.